Hi, I'm Bianca. I'm a former makeup artist and today I'm going to be showing you my simple everyday makeup look. If you're new here, a little bit about me. I'm a minimalist. I've been a minimalist my entire life and I love sharing simple living videos here on YouTube. So if that's something that interests you, don't forget to subscribe below. So before I start applying my makeup in the morning, I like to wash my face just with some water and a little face cloth. I don't usually use soap first thing in the morning because my face really isn't that dirty. A little bit of moisturizer as well, and then I go in with a SPF tinted BB cream. At the moment I'm using this one from Nivea and it's okay. It's 50 plus, which is a must. It's not really suitable for sensitive skin. I've got a little bit of rosacea and tend to be more on the sensitive side with my skin. So once this one runs out, I do want to look for one suitable for sensitive skin. So if you can recommend one, let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to know. So I don't really consider that part of my makeup kit because more like the skincare side of things. So after I have washed my face, moisturised and a bit of sunscreen, the next thing I do is I go in with a bit of concealer. This particular one you need to pop the lid off and give it a few winds, and it's got a really cool little tip on the end. So I'm just going to use the camera viewfinder because I am sitting in the bedroom and I don't have a mirror in here. I'm going to pop that obviously under my eyes. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of redness on the nose, so I go quite heavy around the nose area and a little bit down on the cheeks because of that rosacea that I have. And I do have a couple little spots that I like to kind of hide away. Then I just go in with some warm fingers and blend that in. I really like this concealer. I do try to choose makeup that is more natural, and if I can find a similar one that is natural, I'm going to go for it. But I did hear good things about this particular one. Oh, and I forgot to mention I do put some lip balm on as well before I start my makeup look. Next is some powder. So I'm not going to talk through the brands and the colours today because if you want to know what they are, I'll pop a link in the description below so you can watch my minimalist makeup collection and all the brands and the colours I use. It'll all be in that video, just so I can keep this video a bit shorter. I like to kind of focus in the centre of my face and then brush outwards, especially focusing on that T-zone. This might be a bit blotchier than usual because, like I said, there's no mirror. And looking into the camera viewfinder is so small, so I can't see that well. But you're going to get the general idea of the makeup look. Alright, moving on. I like to do a little bit of bronzer and blush next. So I'm just coming in with my angled brush here. And just focusing under that cheekbone area. Make some funny faces if you have to. You got to do what you got to do just to find that sweet spot. This isn't really a heavy contour or anything like that. It's not Kim Kardashian look. Try and go for a more natural look. I don't mind doing a little bit under the chin just to, you know, tighten the face up a little bit, and even a little bit on either side of the nose and up here. It's not going to do an awful lot, but just sort of give just a little tiny bit of dimension to the face. And then after that, same little palette, I'm just going to pop some blush on. So it's a different brush now, blush brush, and I like to smile and get those apples of the cheeks and what is called a lazy J. So starting here and just flicking it up like a J, letter J, but kind of like a lazy J. So that's something I was taught in makeup school actually. So I quite like a fairly heavy blush. I think it just looks really, really good. But each their own. And then I actually like to pop a little bit of blush on my eyelids as well. I think it looks really good. It just gives your eyes, you know, a bit of a pop, and it blends in nicely with your cheek colour. I really like having the same colour in multiple areas on the face. I think it looks really nice. From Cora Organics, the Rose Quartz Illuminizer. So it's actually made with real, I can zoom up on that. It's made with real crushed up rose quartz, which is so cool. So I'm just going to get a tiny bit of that. Apologies if my voice sounds a little bit funny because I'm just getting over a little head cold at the moment. So I'm just going to focus right near the eye. Just dab a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit in the corners, and a little bit on the upper lip, on the cupid's bow as well. Mainly I like it around the eye and cheekbone area. Don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's very natural, little subtle shimmer. It looks really good like in daylight outside. You can see it a lot more in the natural light. Gives you a little bit of a dewy look, especially considering most of the products I'm using today are powdered. So I do have two eyeshadow palettes, and in hindsight I probably shouldn't have purchased this one so soon because I thought this one was almost running out, but turns out this one just keeps going on and on and on. That's the Lancome one. So out of this palette, I really like to use this one, the shimmery one, on my eyelids as a colour wash. And I like to use the dark brown in my eyebrows. So I'm going to do the eyebrows first. I'm just getting my angled brush, and actually I'm going to use this little mirror here. So I really enjoy a powder brow. I think it's so natural, and that's generally what we did when I was learning makeup in the diploma. I didn't really use eyebrow pencils as part of our repertoire, but you do whatever works for you. I am due to dye my eyebrows, but I'm putting that off till after I have my baby. If you didn't know, I'm having a baby in the next 4 or so weeks, which is absolutely crazy. So I don't really want to be dyeing my eyebrows with chemicals right now. So you can see the difference before and after. Eyebrows are so important. They really frame your face. Do that other one and just checking if they're even. This one's still a bit darker. It does take a bit of practice doing powder eyebrows, and if you feel like you go a bit too heavy, you can just get a cotton tip and just gently smudge away some to lighten it up. So now I'm going to go in with this colour here, this shimmery colour. I very rarely use the other colours, and I'm really bummed about that because I feel like it's such a waste of a palette, and because of that I don't know if I'd buy it again because I really don't like wasting product. So in future I'd probably just choose a palette or individual little shadows that are similar to these two colours. So I've got the other end now, the angled brush, and I'm going to come in and do a colour wash, which is basically heavier on the eyelid. The main colour will go on the eyelid there. Blending it into the crease. And then I'm going to just slightly blend it up towards under the brow. And that is literally a colour wash. And it's the most simple eyeshadow look you can do, really. You know, as much as smoky eye looks and putting 10 different colours on your eyelids, it looks incredible, don't get me wrong. I just don't have that kind of time, and I would reserve those kind of looks for special events, things like that. But for an everyday sort of thing, I'm not going to sit there and be doing smoky eye looks. So same again on the other side. The really, really good thing about, how do I say it? Like everyday kind of makeup that's not super professional, as in like brands like MAC or Bobbi Brown or some of those makeup artist brands that honestly that I used to have stocked in my makeup kit when I was a makeup artist. With those, they're highly pigmented, so you have to be quite precise, and it can take longer depending on the shade you get, of course. It can take longer to blend out, but these kind of generic sort of, you know, Lancome and your everyday sort of brands, they're usually less pigmented but more easier to blend, I would say. So as for this little Eye of Horus one, I'm not going to be using any of those today because I'm waiting for my other eye palette to run out. And then I'm going to start experimenting with maybe some more brown eyeshadows, because you know, I'll get sick of this look after a little while and I want to change it up. So eyeliner is next. I don't really like to put eyeliner or mascara on my bottom lash line. It can drag your eye downwards in some cases, so I like to focus on the top lid and bringing things upwards. A little trick is, if you want a soft little flick without being cat eye look, what you can do is you follow the line of your bottom eye shape here and you keep going in the same direction. For example, if I follow that shape and then a little bit further up about here, so about out there, just going to draw a little line so it's that same trajectory. I don't know how to explain this, but the same shape, I guess, just like an extension of your actual shape of your eye. Do the same on the other side. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to follow that natural shape upwards, just a little tiny bit. I'll probably come in and clean that up a bit afterwards. And then I'm just going to slowly drag it down in a feathery stroke till it meets kind of about here, so the inside part of my eyeball, I guess, on top of the lash line, of course. So I'm not going to bring it all the way down to my inner corner of my eye. It's just about there. Like I said, I'm going to go in and clean this up a little bit after. I'm going to start under my eye here and close my eye and just flick upwards just to clean any excess, and same on the other side. So as you can see, it's really, really subtle flick, and it's definitely not cat eye, it's just really, really subtle. And when you have mascara on, it blends in so nicely, it just looks like part of your eyelashes. And now I'm going to clean up anything that's not so straight, but it's not too bad. And I'm back again. The battery died in the camera, and it's also getting really dark outside, so The lighting's different once again. Oh, hey pup. We have a little friend joining us for the last part of the video. Cora, say hello to everyone and be a big sister very soon, aren't you? Okay, so where was I? I might do my lips next, just because I feel like it. I'm going to be using this one from Eye of Horus. It's my absolute favourite. It's a really nice natural colour. As you can see, I've just got it on the bottom lip at the moment, and it's almost the same colour as my natural lip colour. It's like your lips but better colour. That's what people say, don't they? When something looks really natural. Your lips but better. Your skin but better. Blah 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 but better. And this girl doesn't have time for lip liner. I have no interest in lip liner, and I don't care that my lips aren't huge. I'm going to embrace the small lips that I have. I'm not getting carried away with trying to make them bigger than they are. It's just the way I was born, and I like my lips the way they are. I'm not going to let society tell me that they're not big enough. So, I really like that colour. It's a little bit darker than what I used to wear when I was a bit younger, but I feel like as I get older, I'm 38 now, so I don't mind a bit of a darker pink. What is makeup without mascara? Honestly, it's nothing. Mascara is one of the most important aspects of your makeup look, and I've tried them all, honestly. I've tried so many mascaras. Being a former makeup artist, I went through a lot, tried many different types, very expensive ones, very cheap ones, and I keep coming back to Maybelline just because of the price point and the quality. I feel like the price is good, especially I just buy them when they're on special. I buy them when they're on special, so it's extra affordable, and they just do really good mascaras. And this is the second one I've bought of this particular one. What is it? The Colossal Big Shot. Really like the brush on it. I'll give you a hot tip. When you see people opening mascaras and they pump it, don't do that. Because what you're doing is you're putting air in it. You're potentially putting more bacteria in it, and you're drying it out, basically. Looking down, if you have a mirror and you can look down at it, it's one of the best ways to avoid getting mascara on your eyelid. And what I like to do is start as close to the lash line as possible and give it a little wiggle, and then dragging it up, so you're getting like in between those lashes. And I always like to focus on the outer lash line. Going in for some more product on the wand, not pumping it, just slowly, and then get rid of any excess on the tip as well, and then cleaning up any mascara. And that's it. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's not very heavy. You can do some of these aspects or all of them. Oftentimes I'll do probably half of this, and it honestly looks very, very similar anyway. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a little thumbs up if you got something out of this video today, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.